This is Julien, and I'm here in Budapest, here in Hungary. And what I want to address today is a feeling that we all experience from time to time. Okay, and that feeling is a feeling of just being weighed down in a way. You know, you may be experiencing it watching this video now. Life is not as fun, smooth, or light as it should be. It's just a little heavy. You know, instead of just going with the current of things, you're kind of going against that current. And, you know, it's like you're going through life with this heavy weight that just gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Okay, and where does this come from? You hanging on to past events, okay, past traumatic experiences, you know, emotional trauma, maybe different people, circumstances, your parents, your family, just stuff that didn't really go your way and that you didn't fully get over or let go of yet. You know, and those experiences keep accumulating, and life right now is probably not that pleasant. You know, you're really just going through with this heavy ass weight. It's a painful experience, and it's important that you learn how to get over this or how to let it go and how to release it in order to embrace the future. Okay, learn how to let go of the past in order to embrace the future. And why is this important? Okay, well, on one hand, obviously, you're wasting a lot of valuable energy, okay, that you could be applying more beneficially, let's just say, okay, like all that energy of internal trauma, resistance, maybe you being angry or just holding a grudge or just being resentful or again feeling remorse, and that's what's driving you. You're slowly destroying yourself, okay, and you won't be able to tolerate the long run or the marathon that is success. And the other reason, and this was pretty interesting, is that these events, okay, or whatever event called this emotional trauma, they leave an energetic imprint on your subconscious mind. Okay, and what does that mean? Basically, okay, that energy is being projected into the world, and most likely, okay, it's creating these different opportunities for you to re-experience that same emotionally traumatic experience over and over and over again. And you'll see this a lot. You know, people who say hold grudges or are very resentful, you know, they hold a lot more grudges. They're in more and more situations getting, say, fucked over, and somehow that same experience is relived, so on and so forth. The same, just in a more general level, of people who are negative. They just relive that negativity, and it just gets worse and worse and worse, and it burns them inside. So the key here is to learn how to let it go, okay? To just bring that livelihood and fun and just lightness and brightness back to life. It should not be dragging you down. It should not be this exhausting feeling, again, just going against everything, nothing's going your way. Just let go of it. Let go of all that weight, and then, of course, get over recreating the same emotionally traumatic experiences. Okay, so we'll crack into why this happens, and then, of course, how to get over it, how to release it. So why is it that we hang on to these painful emotions? Let's just say, why can't we just get over them, release them, let them go? And you can even test yourself here. Like, this is what drives a lot of people too. You know, you see successful people, and are they really driven by something that they want or by expansion or progression? Not really. You know, oftentimes they're running away from fear, anger, resentment, remorse, guilt, or they're running towards materialistic things, you know, things to fill that empty void. You know, it's pretty crazy. But a big one, okay, and this is key, and if you identify with this message here, you'll probably recognize this within yourself. We hang on to it. Why? Because it gives us a sense of comfort. Okay, as you already know, human beings are creatures of habit, and guess what? Once you start buying into, let's just say, a grudge, let's just say someone fucks you over. Okay, we all have had those experiences. You look back, you're like, that person just really fucked me over. And what I'm advocating here is not just letting it go and ignoring it. I mean, of course, learn from it, maybe not necessarily trust the person again, but get the fuck over it. Because we hang on to it way too fucking long. I personally experienced this too. I'm like, damn, that person really fucked me over, but guess what? It's not gonna help hanging on to it. And what tends to happen is you kind of start fueling it, and then after a while, you know, you keep on fueling it, it becomes part of who you are. And you find comfort in it. It's not the most satisfying or emotion. It's pretty painful, but it's predictable and it's safe. And again, you just keep being identified with it. Even on a more micro level, we experience this with anger. You know, you could be really upset about something right now, and let's just say the circumstances, you know, for which you're upset, suddenly turn out not to be valid. And there's no reason to be upset. You're not just gonna switch out of it. You're like, God damn it, oh, what? Yeah, but still, you're gonna keep fueling it. And this happens on a more macro level. Okay, so in a way, it's a comfort cushion. Another one, and this is pretty interesting with painful emotions, is we hang on to certain painful emotions to avoid more painful emotions. So that's pretty big. You may be experiencing some grudge, but it's a lot less painful than, say, letting go of it and getting fucked over again. That feeling of getting fucked over was a lot more painful, so you hang on to this grudge, and even though it hurts, it's to avoid something else. So a question you need to ask yourself here is, okay, what am I avoiding? What's the pain that I'm trying to, again, put this little other Band-Aid over with this smaller pain? The fuck is it? Okay, what is so bad you're trying to avoid? And this even leads to other things where a lot of people just gave up on feeling good. You know, every time you're feeling good, it can get taken away. And after a while, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck feeling good. And in a way, it's just very safe and predictable. Like, hey, if I'm always just upset, nothing else can upset me. Fuck it. Hey, I'm already hurting. I'm good. Don't hurt me. I'm already hurt. In a way, it's also a form of protection. Okay, so it's pretty interesting. Some other ones, okay, as you start identifying with the emotion and building an ego around it, and this is huge, where a lot of people consider themselves martyrs. It's like, I'm such a victim. This is all happening to me. And in a way, you find a sense of pride. You're like, you know what? I'm kind of like the hero that just barrels through. No one else could barrel through, and you know, this torment, but I can. It helps you avoid a lot of responsibility, a lot of blame. And after a while, just the more you do it, you even forget what it feels like to let go of those emotions, to actually feel light, to feel at ease, to not worry and not have this eating you up inside, and it's just this downward cycle from here, okay? And what does society say too on top of that? Suck it up, barrel through. You know, just barrel through the pain, you'll make it on the other side, suck it up. But, okay, if you just suck it up, it's just gonna stay there, as I talked about before, and you'll never get rid of it. It'll just keep amplifying, it'll be projected out there, you're gonna attract more of it. It's the worst, okay? And the key here is to release it. I mean, one of the most effective ways that people always tend to overlook is just the power of fucking awareness. You know, it's like, how do you release it? Simply by realizing this. Because a lot of it's just fucking autopilot. You're hanging on to this, you're not that aware, you know, you tend to block it off, and just taking some perspective and being like, holy shit. I didn't realize I was doing this. I didn't realize this was not helping me. And now I kind of understand the mechanism, and it kind of shines the light on it all, okay? Building on this too, once you start realizing how this will negatively affect your life, you'll start falling out of love with painful emotions, okay? Even with victim mentality. We tend to think, you know, being a victim, we're good, there's that little sense of pride. Maybe people will take responsibility for us and help us out, but after a while, they're gonna stop. After a while, they're not gonna wanna be around you. After a while, guess what? All your friends are gonna leave you. Your peer group will leave you, and you will end up alone. Really, there's no pride, there's no plus side from this. Not only will you end up alone, it will affect your self-worth. You're gonna start self-sabotaging all these different opportunities, and you're just gonna be very fucking miserable. You may think you have the cheat code, you may think you escaped pain, let's just say, or escaped taking responsibility, but you didn't. This will come and bite you in the fucking ass. Okay, so that's number one. The second one is, guess what? A lot of it is just pent up words in a way. You know, it's like you hold a grudge against someone, but you didn't express that. And because that person doesn't know how upset you are, it just keeps building and building and building. Guess what? An easy way out of that is just tell that person. Put it out there. Verbalize it. Release it. Do that, okay? This is actually something Brad Blanton talks a lot about too, and if you haven't checked it out already, check his book, Radical Honesty, okay? But that's one way. And then the other, if you want to get a little deeper, and this is something in the past I never would have really bought into, but I mean, now this has absolutely changed my life, is releasing it energetically. Okay, I work with an energy coach, and one of his sayings is nothing changes until energy moves. And a lot of it is this form of meditation slash, you know, visualization, focus, and breathing. You know, and just by just sitting there, you know, bringing awareness to, say, your emotional body in a way where the trauma is, and through breathing, you can just let it go. Let it go, and do this daily. Make it a practice. Get over it, okay? And you will notice with time, and this is something that does come with time, there's no skipping ahead, your life will drastically change, okay? Take on this state of mind, okay? This frame of mind, just letting go, getting over it, just telling the truth. Your grudges do not help you. You feel it will. Like, man, if I just get so mad, it's so upset, it's gonna fix itself. It's not. You're just gonna get worse and worse and worse, and you'll get more and more upset because you're getting worse. It's a no way out type of situation. Okay, so I hope this kind of brought some awareness to it all. The plus side too, okay, just to hammer this point home, is this is a learned behavior, and what does that mean? You can unlearn it, so you're not hopeless. It will require a little effort, a little bit of commitment, and also kind of detoxing from that addiction to those negative emotions. But you can fucking do it. Okay, you can, and things will be much easier, much smoother. You will go with the current of the world. All of this weight will be off your shoulders. You won't be dragging it around. And you'll achieve, again, that peace of mind, that content, that feeling at ease. Until next time.